What's up, guys? Welcome back to another interview. Adele here in collaboration with Web3 TV from Traders Brawl. I'm here at the Sui Connect meetup by Sui Foundation, and I'm here with a special guest, Jen, who is the EMEA contact person for Sui Foundation.
For marketing.
For marketing, that's right, that's right. Jen, how are you doing today?
Really well. Thank you for asking. This is the first Sui Connect Dubai event we're hosting for 2024. We are really pleased with the turnout we've had so far.
Likewise, I see that. I'm here in person. I've seen great engagement from the audience. And great keynote speech you delivered.
Our big concern was we're just like, as long as people don't fall asleep during our conversations and our presentation, I'll take that as a win. A win is a win, a win is a win.
A win is a win. I really like the trailer you made, like the 1 minute trailer. Like, how long did it take to make that?
So credit goes to our lovely creative team. I believe Michael and Jordan were responsible for that.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to them. And I think the reason we were able to get such a great sizzle reel trailer for gaming was largely because we have really great partners who create amazing content. So really credit goes to our partners for giving us the rights to make that kind of trailer.
Really good stuff. So on the topic of gaming, blockchain gaming, why this exact industry?
Can you define that question? What do you mean? Do you mean like why would gaming studios want to come into blockchain, or why do we at Sui believe we should pursue gaming?
The second question.
Cool. Okay, so the reason we believe in gaming as a really important vertical, honestly, is, okay, you're talking to somebody who has been a gamer since I was like 4 or 5 years old. My first console was, I'm completely dating myself now, I'm sorry for that, is Super Nintendo.
Right.
Loved it, Super Mario Bros. But the thing about gaming is when you look at entertainment and you look at the sheer amount of people who play, it's in the millions upon hundreds of millions. Fortnite, Roblox, they have such a large user base. So if we can get a game that is like a massive hit and bring their audience in, that cuts through the onboarding process for us. So from a business perspective, think of the billions upon billions that games make annually. From a user perspective, think of the hundreds of millions of users who play games around the world. And then last but not least, think of the businesses that are creating ecosystems on top of games, like esports, live streaming, content creators. There's such a wealth of, resources, content, opportunities that we see for Sui. It would be, huge miss for us to not pursue gaming.
Right. I think for me personally, the idea of in-game purchases that belong to you because it's on the blockchain, that's a new feature, I think, because normally traditionally you would buy an in-game purchase, but
There.
it's locked in.
And then if you want to sell it, well, guess what? It doesn't matter because you can't sell it for the next game because it's only for the play for the first game. If the second game comes out, whole new set of avatars, whole new set of weaponry. You can't carry through the weapon that you've built and customized over time. So I think there's a lot of opportunities from the resale market. And we also are seeing people who deeply care about, the legacy they've built over a game that they want to continue carrying forward in other titles.
And why do you think, up until now, and still ongoingly, there hasn't been a successful blockchain game? Why do you think?
I think there's 3 things to consider. Number one, most blockchain games think of the monetization model first. They don't think of the gameplay. So they don't think about how to make it fun. Second is, this is not to give shade, but the reality is I think people don't understand how much work and effort it takes to ship a title. The sheer amount of experience that you have to, gain to understand game design to make it sticky enough for people to stick through. So that's another aspect. And then last but not least, I think ultimately the onboarding process for a game, sometimes for casual games like mobile, it's such an easy way to play titles. But if you think about blockchain games, there's so many steps to, you have to create a wallet, you have to connect it, then you have to log it. There's just so many barriers. So when you combine all of that, there's a reason blockchain gaming hasn't taken off in the last couple of years.
Interesting take. Do you reckon the likes of Rockstar, Epic Games, GTA are gonna incorporate blockchain into this?
So you already have big studios like Ubisoft who are looking into blockchain technology. So I think that's already happening, but the reality is when you look at these large companies, the reality is they're not going to be usually the first movers, because think about it, and I understand, ultimately they have shareholders they have to respond to. There's also the big risk, because right now, let's talk about the economy. The state of the economy is not nice. So people aren't going to take risk in games. They want to stick to tried and proven, models. So, and also your IP, you've taken so long to build up your brand and your intellectual property. You don't want to risk that. So I think large gaming companies eventually will join the tide, but that they're going to be later in the phase. It's always going to be the innovators and smaller companies that can take risk because they might have unproven titles, or they're already in a fast-moving space that they can create those experiences for their audiences. But once there's proven case points of retention models, monetization models, that's where you're going to start to see the larger studios perk up and go, okay, we need to start experimenting in this space.
Wonderful. I think there's such an exciting space to look at and look into. So I myself, I'm a gamer of GTA. I love it. So I can't wait.
I get it. You saw that trailer leak?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm right there with you.
Fantastic. And we'll leave it there. But I look forward to the next meetups and what's going on in the space.
Cool. Thank you so much, Adele. It was great speaking with you. Please make sure you make your way over to Sui Basecamp, April 10th to 11th in Paris. We would love to see you all there.
All right, then. Well, thank you again, Jen, so much. Thank you for contributing to the audience here. We're here to learn. We're here to educate people. We are Web3 TV in collaboration with Traders Brawl. And thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.